Hello. It is July 5th. Happy day after Independence Day. And I didn't do a video yesterday. I was kind of still getting over this nasty cold. This thing is just hanging on. Still a little bit stuffy. So I think we've gotten all of the raccoons. I set the live trap out there 2 days in a row and I haven't gotten anything the last 2 days. My bird feeders have been fine. My cage has been fine. Nothing's triggered it. So I think we are done. We've caught 6 total. So I think that's it. So I'll keep it out a couple more days and see if anything comes up, but I think we are finally finished with those darn raccoons. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1 coat of hazelnut and I'm gonna do 2 coats of Napa. And hazelnut is a neutral matte and Napa is a cool shimmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I apologize, I'm still sick, so I'm feeling a little peaked here. So again, we're gonna do 1 coat of hazelnut, which is a neutral matte, and 2 of Napa, which is a cool shimmer. I need a haircut too, so I think I'm gonna call my friend Nicole and see if she can give me a trim today. I don't know if she's around or not, but I'm due for one. It's been probably about 5 weeks since I got my hair cut, and I'm due for one. So Lip Sense, if you've never used it before, is not like your traditional type of a lipstick. It's not a lipstick, it's not a lip gloss, and it's not a lip stain. It actually bonds to your lips like nail polish bonds to your nails or hair dye bonds to your hair. It goes on in 3 layers and then it's sealed in with a gloss, kind of like what you would seal your nails with a top coat of nail polish, clear nail polish. You seal your lips in with a clear coat of gloss. You're gonna put it in 3 layers going in one direction, and you don't wanna go back and forth because you'll peel it off like kind of like a dry erase board. There is SD40 cosmetic grade alcohol in the tubes, and that's in there to help bind the product to allow for the transfer onto your lips. When you first start using the product, you might get a little bit of a tingle or a burn if you're a new user. That will go away as soon as you apply the gloss. Now also, I should tell you that you will not get that burn or tingle if you are properly hydrated. So if you've been drinking enough water and you're properly hydrated, you should not get that tingle or burn, but if you do, it will go away with the gloss. And if you've been a user of this for any length of time and you do happen to get that tingle or burn, and you just know that you're not properly hydrated. So get yourself some water or some Gatorade and get yourself hydrated, and you shouldn't experience that burn or tingle. As far as longevity of the product, you should get anywhere between 4 and 18 hours. If you're a new user, you're probably going to get the lower end of that scale, and there's a few reasons for that. One is your application technique. You're a new user, your application technique is going to improve over time. So when you first start using the product, your technique may not be quite as good as it's going to be the longer you use the product. Each of the colors is going to go on just a little bit different. Some are a little bit thinner, some are a little bit thicker, some are a little bit more opaque than others. And so as you get better, you're going to get better with your technique, and the longer wear you're going to get from the product. Also, if you have any kind of a medical condition, like I have dry mouth, so you might get a little bit of wear inside on your waterline, you may have to touch that up throughout the day. So there's certain things that might affect your wearability. I've also found that if you apply a matte color before you apply a frost or a shimmer, then you might get a little bit extra longevity as well. And I found that that works well for me, and that's why I do these combos of the day, because I usually start with a matte color and then I add in a frost or a shimmer. So that's why I've been doing these combos. I like finding out and playing with colors and see what I get also. Excuse me. And I do have extremely bad dry mouth out right now, so you're gonna get that from me. As I'm applying this, you're also gonna see that I'm gonna talk a little bit funny, because when you apply this, you don't wanna touch your lips together like you would with a traditional lip gloss or lipstick, because the product is gonna be tacky until you put the gloss on. You don't wanna mush your lips together until after you've put your gloss on. You wanna make sure that you start with clean, dry lips, and I always start with just a Norwax body cloth. I dampen it down and then I wipe my lips. You just want to make sure that there's no foundation or powder or primer. You don't want anything on your lips. You just want them to be clean and dry. What's great about this product too is that you're not going to need a lip liner with it. This product doesn't feather because it bonds to your lips. So you can just take the tip of your liner or the tip of your product and line your lips if you want to do that. I line my lips because I like a nice clean line. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you get a nice application and you think that's good enough, that's great. You don't have to line your lips if you don't want to. I just like a nice clean defined look, and so I'll show you how I do that when I apply the product. And again, if you don't want to take the time to do that, you don't have to. Another benefit of this product, because it does bond to your lips, if you don't have as full lips as what I have, and you want to create the illusion of fuller lips, you can go and line your lips just slightly below your lip line. Don't go overboard, but just go slightly below your lip line or slightly above your lip line and create the illusion of a little bit fuller lips. And then also, I have a nice Cupid's bow here. Some people don't have that nice Cupid's bow. So if you want to create or emphasize your Cupid's bow, you can also take your lip tip and draw just a little bit above your Cupid's bow and emphasize that to create a nice illusion of a really nice Cupid's bow. And that's because this product bonds to your lips, so it's not going to come off, and you can create that illusion of a really nice Cupid's bow. So, excuse me, so you can do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to take a sip of my drink because I'm really parched. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to put on Hazelnut first, and Hazelnut is a neutral matte color. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see. And you want to shake the tubes up really well so that the SD40 alcohol and all the botanicals in the patented product is mixed up well. You want to make sure that your tips are wet, but you don't want a bunch of gloppiness on them. You want them to be wet and moist, but you don't want them thick. You want a nice even coat to go across. So I'm trying to stay in the screen here. Now I'm going to line. Okay, another thing that's going to help with the longevity of your product is if you only use Senegence products. I've been using Lip Sense products or Senegence products for the last 2 years. I've been applying Lip Sense since July of 2016. I only use Senegence products for my lips. I use our lip balm, I use our lip glosses, I use our lip volumizer, and our lip scrub. So I'm not putting any other product on my lips other than Senegence. They're designed to work synergistically together, and that's why you're going to get the longevity out of Lip Sense is if you're going to use our products on your lips. So if you're using other products, you can still do that, but you may not get the longevity that you could get if you're using all of Senegence products on your lips. So we do carry a lip balm, we carry a lip scrub, we carry the lip volumizer, which I use every single day, morning and night, which is why I've gotten the plumpness and the collagen buildup in my lips, and I no longer have those fine lines and stuff around my lips because that's helped to repair them. And I do use that religiously morning and night every single day. And I love the lip volumizer. It's fantastic. It's very conditioning. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start and I'm going to put my layer in Napa. I'm going to do 2 layers in Napa. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them below. So I'm going to start with Napa. Napa has a cool shimmer. Again, you want it wet but not glossy. If you feel like your wand is not wet enough and it's dragging, stop, wet it, and start again. You don't want it to be dry to the point where it's skidding across your lips because it'll pull your product off. I'm going to line over the hazelnut. And when I'm lining, I'm just using a light touch on my line. I'm not going real heavy on the liner. I just want to just barely line it, just make a nice clean line on it. Hopefully I'm staying in the screen for you. Okay, so one coat of Napa. Okay, I'm going to go in and my second coat of Napa. Get that gloss off the tip. On it wet, not glossy. Okay. I'm gonna line right here, just a touch up. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit on my waterline. Okay. I think that was a nice color that goes with this top. I didn't use much eye makeup today. I haven't felt like doing my eye makeup lately. When you apply your gloss for the first time, make sure that you're applying a nice healthy amount of gloss for your first application. Because it's going to soak in. It's going to soak in quickly. Within the first like 30 minutes or so. Okay. So with your matte colors, you're gonna wanna leave about just a little extra dry time in between your matte colors. So if you're applying 3 matte colors, you wanna leave a little extra dry time between each layer. Your first application of matte, you wanna leave just a little extra dry before you apply your shimmer and your frost. And then with your gloss, you wanna apply a very healthy, thick layer the first time you apply your gloss, because it's gonna soak in really quickly your first application. So apply that really thick, and then you can massage it in after you put it on, just so it soaks in real well. And then you can apply the gloss as you need it throughout the day. Now, again, if you have dry mouth, you may need to apply a little bit on the inner if you have dry mouth or any kind of a medical condition, or if you take medications that contribute to dry mouth. If you have any questions, post them below. Starter collections, when you first start using the product, are gonna come with 3 different pieces. You're gonna have a color in your starter collection, you're gonna have a gloss in your starter collection, and you're gonna have an Ooops remover in your starter collection. And your Ooops remover you do need in case you have any mistakes when you first apply your color. When you first begin applying color, you will have mistakes. It just happens because you're not used to applying the product, so you're gonna go out of your lines and you're gonna need to apply the product or apply Ooops to correct them. So when you first apply the product and you have a mistake, wait until the very end after you've applied your gloss. And the reason I say that is because this stuff is so potent that it will bleed into your lip line. So apply your gloss before you go to correct a mistake. Now I have a little bit of a mistake here. I've already applied my gloss. Now don't take your entire wand and then go right at it, because this thing is so saturated that if I were to go in with my wand right here and try and fix that mistake, I would end up with a big gaping hole in my lip color. So what I normally do is I either take a pointed Q-tip or I take the very tip of a tester wand and I just dab it on the very end of my my Ooops remover wand, and I go in and I correct and I very lightly touch my error, and I take my finger and I wipe it quickly, and do that a couple of times until my error is gone. Hi Craig, or Lori, how are ya? And I'll do that until my error is gone, because if you take this Ooops remover and you do that to it, you are going to bleed right into your lip. So just do that gently on your Ooops, otherwise you're gonna bleed right into your lip. And then also at the end of the day, when you go to remove your product, instead of using the wand like they say and put it on your lips and wait 60 seconds, then mush your lips together and wipe it off, I just take my tube, I tip it upside down, I dab it on my finger until I get remover on. I put that remover on my lips. First, make sure your gloss is off. Don't have any gloss on before you do that. Put it on your lips, let it sit there for 60 seconds, then mush your lips together. It's gonna get tacky. Take a cloth, like a tissue or a cotton round, wipe off as much as you can of the product, and then if you have to go in again and do this, put it back on your lips, let it sit for 60 seconds, mush your lips together for another 30 seconds, and then wipe it back off with either a cotton round or a tissue. And then after that, if you still have a little bit of product left, then you can take just a damp washcloth with warm water and clean the rest of it off. But if you use this wand on the product, you're gonna get a lot of yucky sediment in the bottom of your tube, and you really don't want that. This tube of Ooops will last you like forever. You're gonna have the Ooops remover forever. But you do need this for mistakes, and you do need it to remove the product at the end of the day. And we actually have these great new wipes too that we just got. And these actually work really good. I had an emergency the other day that I needed to get makeup and stuff off real good, and these little color removing wipes, I was actually using them to get my eye makeup off and stuff, and I actually had wiped it across my lips, and it took all my lip makeup off too. And these are our Ooops remover wipes, color removing wipes, and so we're carrying these now too, and these are awesome. So they work really good for lips. So I'm gonna carry these in my purse for quick removal in case I need it. But if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them below. And like I said, collector sets are $55, and you get your gloss, you get a color, and you get a remover in your collector set. And then after that, you can add colors as you need them and glosses as you need them, and you'll have your Ooops forever. But you can purchase additional Ooops also, but you'll have that for like ever. Your tubes of color are good for 3 years after you open them. Same with your glosses. And then colors that are unopened are good for 7 years on the shelf. So they have good long shelf life. And as far as the length of time, these are equivalent to 4 tubes of lipstick, like of traditional lipstick. So if you have just one color that you're wearing all the time, it's equivalent to about 4 tubes of regular lipstick. Now, if you have 2 different colors like this, like what I've just put on, you can get up to about 8 different shades of colors. So you've got a lot of options with 2 different colors. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post them below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I don't have any funny stories today, so not very comical today. Sorry, ladies. Leave that for tomorrow. See if we have anything. And hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll have this stinking cold gone. I didn't even get out of bed until noon today. So I'll talk with you guys later. Bye.